Have any of you ever had a drink of alcohol before turning of age? I'm guessing yes. You may be wondering why I have this assumption, and that is because, according to the American Addiction Center, over 70% of teenagers have consumed at least one alcoholic beverage by the time they reach 18. It's a staggering statistic, highlighting reality where the allure of alcohol often prevails. The interesting twist: while turning 18 opens the door to a plethora of adult responsibilities, sharing a legal drink isn't one of them. Alcohol may not be as bad as it seems, and it's time to reconsider the narrative surrounding it. Yes, alcohol can wreak havoc on some families, but is it the substance, or is it the lack of responsible education? Let's take a minute to discuss the reasons on why responsible drinking should be a part of the conversation. Like many of you, we have all at some point had an alcoholic beverage. I was lucky enough to have parents who taught me how to drink without making irresponsible decisions or making a fool of myself. Many of you probably have the same questions as me, such as, why can you join the military at 18 and risk your life, yet cannot have a beverage containing alcohol? Or, why are you considered a legal adult, giving you the ability to move anywhere you want at the age of 18, yet you cannot consume an alcoholic drink? As a college student, I can say that I have had a few drinks in my life and understand drinking below the age of 21 and how drinking from a younger age with guidance from parents has led me to be more responsible with my alcohol consumption. With this being said, I believe that the legal age of alcohol consumption should be 18 instead of 21. In this speech, I will present to you all three compelling reasons supporting the proposal to lower the drinking age for alcohol from 21 to 18. Firstly, by lowering the legal drinking age, we can in hopes form a culture of responsible drinking from a younger age. Teaching younger adolescents about safe drinking practices and responsible alcohol consumption can contribute to a healthier relationship with alcohol as they transition into adulthood. Secondly, a large number of individuals aged 18 to 21 are already engaging in alcohol consumption. Lowering the legal age would align with the law and the reality that many young adults are already going to be making these decisions regardless. Treating them as adults legally would strongly acknowledge their ability to make responsible choices. Lastly, let's once and for all unfold the myths surrounding increased incidents of intoxication. Contrary to common belief, there is evidence to suggest that lowering the drinking age doesn't necessarily lead to more alcohol-related issues. We'll explore the facts behind this idea and question the validity of the concerns about increased drunk incidents all later in this speech. I am going to start off my first main point by talking to you guys about how drinking from an earlier age is beneficial in practicing safe drinking habits and responsibility. By lowering the legal age to 18, you will have more teenagers learning the responsibilities of drinking from an early age, which will be greatly beneficial to them in the long run. Having it be socially acceptable to drink will allow parents to have you drink with them, where they can teach you the proper ways to consume alcohol. I recall a time in my sophomore year of high school where I told my mom I was going to my friend's house and asked if she would be able to buy me alcohol. She told me that she would not be the one to supply it, but if the parents were home, I had permission from her that I was allowed to drink. I think this was greatly beneficial in my life, since from an early age, I understood what drinking was and how a certain amount of it affected me. If people are taught to have safe drinking habits in controlled areas, once they go on their own to either college or their own apartment, they will understand the importance of safe drinking. Studies have shown that if the drinking age was lowered, the concept of alcohol would be more normalized, and kids would be comfortable asking their parents questions regarding alcohol consumption. This increased knowledge could help kids understand certain dangers that they may not have previously been aware of. According to Lauren Hando of the Badger Herald, These dangers could range anywhere from mixing different types of alcohol to being aware of the different alcohol percentages. Lowering the drinking age will also allow for 18 to 20-year-olds to drink alcohol in regulated environments with supervision and would decrease unsafe drinking activity. This ultimately gives teenagers practice safe drinking and be more accustomed to it, which leads to more responsibility while consuming and in general. Now that I have told you about teaching kids from a youthful age safe drinking and drinking responsibly, I will now discuss the fact that a majority of kids 18 to 21 already drink at a heavily increased rate, but how it would now just be recognized as legal and not breaking the law. Just as being considered an adult enables one to do what one wants for themselves and is able to make their own decisions. By lowering the legal drinking age to 18, the only real change is that it makes the consumption of alcohol considered legal. The 2016 National Survey on Drug Use and Health found that 24.8% of youth aged 14 or 15 drink alcohol. 46.7% of youth aged 16 or 17 drink alcohol, and a whopping number of 68.3% of those aged 18 to 20 drink alcoholic beverages. This statistic shows that nearly 3/4 of people aged 18 to 20 already drink or have drunk alcohol in their lives. This goes to show that many teenagers and pre-adults have had an alcoholic beverage in their lives, and when one turns 18, they are considered a legal adult and are equipped to be able to do so much more than they used to. One thing that they can do is vote for the next leader of our country. And another thing that they can do is be able to enlist in the army and risk their lives. Yet it is still considered a crime to drink alcohol. Once someone turns 18, they are able... I apologize. It does not make too much sense that some are able to put their life in danger and not be able to have a drink. Now that I have told you about how the majority of kids 18 to 21 already drink, but it will just be recognized as legal and not breaking the law, I am now going to discuss further into the myth of the increased amount of drinking incidents. There are a lot of myths about drinking incidents if the drinking age was to be brought down to the age of 18. According to the NYRA article, they stated that in an unrefuted study, Peter Ash and David Levy showed that raising the drinking age merely transferred drinking driving deaths from the 18 to 20 age group to the 21 to 24 age group. Their research confirmed their hypothesis that the real risk factor for drinking and driving is being an inexperienced drinker, not being under 21. This shows that lowering the drinking age to 18 would not make a severe impact, and that age has no real impact on drinking and driving deaths. Ultimately, lowering the age to 18 would not impact anyone too drastically, and overall do a lot more to help than it would to hurt. The reasons benefit the young adults on how to teach healthy practices from a youthful age to safely drink and do so responsibly, the majority of kids from ages 18 to 21 and how they already drink but it will just be recognized as legal, as well as the myth of increased drinking and driving accidents. The discussion of the ideal legal drinking age is old as time. It seems to be a never-ending argument with good points for both sides. Although, there is just too much solid information in support of a beneficial age to begin legal consumption of alcohol at age 18. It is a lot more reasonable with our pre-existing laws of everything available to an individual at the age of 18 already, and has been supported throughout the speech. There are only 3 of many examples why the legal drinking age should be lowered from 21 to 18 discussed in this speech. But there are many more reasons to view and research that we will see in the near future as to why this will be a law to change for years to come. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.